Hey Convergers, so we got Gundam Converge number 94 and 97 today. Let's start with 94, it's Gundam X, which is Robot GX-9900. These are both from the same wave, and here are the other robots from this wave. Oh, what's the date? It says 2014 is when this wave came out. Doesn't really tell you what wave it is though. Basic stats here, so I pulled up fandom as well. I have not seen After War Gundam X. That is the star of that show, I guess. And there's even a sequel as well. But here's a blurb on it. It seems to be powered by microwaves coming from the moon. So that's interesting. And it reads brainwaves, which almost all Gundams tend to do. Alright. Well, there's some images. I can't really see them. It doesn't look like an awesome Gundam to me. It just looks like any other Gundam. But I guess if I ever get to watch that show, I'll change my mind. That's a gross looking piece of gum. It looks like it's got worms coming out of it. Yeesh. Alright. Moving along. We got the silly foot stand as usual from these earlier 20 waves of Converges. Just trash basically. And then this antenna is a bit sensitive, that's why I asked cardboard to protect it from getting bent or broken. Yeah, that goes right into trash, sadly. This is not the plain white I thought it would be. It's got a little bit of a hint of, I don't know, if it's gray or I feel like there's a little blue in there. Maybe it's an optical illusion because the feet and stuff are blue. Decent enough details there in the bottom. The legs are kind of plain looking though. Not much by way of molded in details on this one. Okay, it's got a gray backpack. The blue carries up into the torso. Looks like there's a green hatch here. Nice yellow vents, well painted and nicely detailed. Maybe those are cannons. There's a little red down here, so the red goes around this blue area. So all in all, that's nice, I guess. The head should come off. There's a little gray under for the neck. And the eyes are nice and translucent green with metallic back there. There's also that metallic green up there. The chin is this red color as well as up top. Nothing on the back though, so some vent details there. So the antennae here, not the longest peg there, so I'm not sure if this is gonna, that's really loose. I'm gonna have to come back. That's super loose. Super loose gets super glue. Alright, so let's pop that back on. There's really not much left-right articulation because you can see the curvature, how it's colliding with the torso there. So, okay, well, you can't get everything. This left arm has the hand molded in, painted nicely though, and the blue collar looks good. A little gunmetal here in the elbow. Otherwise the shoulder is quite plain looking. It's kind of a plain looking robot, really. Now this one has a slot for the weapon, and this one does rotate that hand, that is. Here is the weapon. It's kind of plain looking. It looks like a wing or something belongs on a space station, but maybe it'll look better here. I don't know if it's supposed to go any further than that. I feel like it should, but maybe it doesn't. Oh, it does. That's a nice tight fit. That's long and pretty tight, so I don't think that's going to get lost very easily. Now that it's on the character, I like it. I didn't like it at first, but now it's okay now. What the heck is this? Probably a weapon, an auxiliary weapon. Haven't figured out where that goes, but here we have these wings. I believe these might fold out to become an X, but that's a different figure and a different set of photos, I guess. So I think this goes in this way. Okay, Really cool. It says GX9900, the chassis code twice, so you know what the chassis number is. And yeah, this thing here looks like it's gonna go in this way. Okay, so that's nice. You can store everything on the character itself. Let's see if this will fit into the hand. It will. I don't think it's designed to, but it can rest in the hand. I almost think it could also be a sword too. I haven't seen this cartoon, so I don't know. Please leave a comment what this thing is. And I didn't really read that fandom thing. I don't have time to read all these things. Alright, well, anywho, you might want to glue this one in place because it's not the longest peg. And now that's, well, I'll do it later. So the thing stands without that foot stand anyways. Okay, so number 97 is Zakrello. Zakrello? I have no idea. I haven't seen this mobile 1 Year War and the TV series of Gundam, which I haven't seen. I've only seen the original movie. Okay. There's a little blurb here. It's one of the first mobile armors by Zeon. Very fast, but not really maneuverable. And you gotta give these guys credit, whoever comes up with these things. I mean, I don't even understand what the inspiration is for this. Was it a eagle, a shark, and a rocket? What? In Ginsu knives? I don't know. It's a really wacky looking design. Alright, so let's get to the box art here. Yeah, looks alright. It's got a stand. No input. As far as those things, so you might want to rewind and go back to the fandom thing. Oh, look at this gum. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but I've seen a lot worse. Alright, so a flying stand makes sense. It's those foot stands I don't care for. I don't know if this should go on this. I think it's got to go in this way. It just follows the same line, so. Alright, well, this looks like it's all glued together. So there's the hole for the stand. The thrusters are brown and with red up front. I'm not sure if these are weapons, missile launchers maybe. The rear engines are painted gunmetal, pretty decent depth in there as well. And then it's got these red domes like those missile launcher things on its back. I think this is supposed to, I don't know if that's text or what, but something molded there. The arms, oh, they do rotate, okay. So they're round pegs. These eyes are something else. They're really psychedelic. Like, they're purple metallic, but then they molded in all these lines, so it looks like a Fresnel like insect eye. Yeah, but what insect looks like this? I don't know. And then this black around here reminds me of like the moon bus from 2001, a Space Odyssey movie. There's some sort of mega gun here in the mouth, and that's nicely done. The top of the mouth is red. It's all red in there, so that's cool. Only these teeth aren't painted white. That would be nice to have, but it looks like it'd be easy enough to paint if you're so motivated. These look like rockets and missiles as well, but they're not painted. Alright, so then it's got these two wacky claws, which don't really look like either of those images I pulled up. Nice tight fit. So one side is a knife blade, the other is like a serrated grabby blade or something. Wow, that's a really tight fit. You can hear it squeaking. Alright, so let's see. Now look at this arm. It does collide with this brown missile pod, so it actually makes that pin want to come out a little bit. But you can... I don't even know how I want to pose this guy. You can twist that, So this is canted out, so if you twist it, the blade will really, fly like do that. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Yeah. So they look like wings kind of now. Alright, let's put it on the stand. Nice tight fit. Maybe I have to stand in backwards. Let's try with the pointy bits towards us. Oh, I think it was backwards. So you actually want the knife, the pointy bits facing you. So there it is. I'm sure it's not really supposed to be posed that way. Oh, it's got a little heart symbol and like an arrow shooting through it, but not on this side. So maybe do that. Now that looks weird upside down. Canted inwards looks. I think that works. Something like that. It's kind of like those images I see. Okay, well that is something else, that's for sure. So let's look at a few other Converges here with some weird things on their back. This is a Phoenix, and I don't know what it's from. It's a special Phoenix. It says RC and 03. It says GFT on the box. I don't know what that means. They added some decals to it. The RX-93, number 120 in the Converge lineup, Revive version. So I think this is like a reissue of a mold and maybe some different paint or something than the original one. Then we have a Crossbone X1. This is number 65 in the overall Converge lineup, and that has some funky X-shaped thrusters. For the Zakrello, this is a really small mobile armor, but one thing I didn't even mention is it's got a really cool Xeon logo molded right into the forehead. So that's neat. I like it. But most of the Converge mobile armors are bigger. This is actually one of the small ones. This is the Big Zam, number EX29. So I'm not sure why they chose to make this such a small figure. You know, it's smaller than just the normal figures, but it's a mobile armor. It should be bigger. But I realize it's a really polarizing, weird design, but I like it. It's so weird that I like it. Just like this. This is so weird I like it. This is like a weird pig. It looks like an angry pig face or something. But I wouldn't mind if this thing was like maybe half that size, but definitely bigger than these guys, I think. It's so funky. Maybe I'll actually pick it up in a different line. They make so many different lines of Gundams with Bandai that maybe, who knows, we'll see what happens. Alright, well that's it for the size comparisons. I added a whole bunch of decals to this Big Zam and paint and stuff, so just to explain why it looks the way it does. Well, yeah, the highlight for me is definitely this guy. It's so funky. This is just a plain Gundam to me. It's weird. I just don't really like Gundams. It's odd. I prefer all the enemy suits, the Xeon suits and stuff like that. So, that's just me. Alright, well thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next Converge video.